Hello, my name is Natalie Tate. I've been a massage therapist for 10 years, 3 of which I spent teaching massage at the Harris School of Business in Cherry Hill. And I'm here today to tell you about how stress can impact your life, your body, and your mind, and also how to reduce or reverse the effects of stress on your body and your mind, just by doing some really simple and easy things that I picked up along the way in my career as a massage therapist. So first I want to explain to you how stress can affect your body and what the signs of stress are within yourself and also within those around you that you love. So that way you can identify them and then you can start reversing or at least reducing the effects of the stress in your life. So when you're feeling stressed, a lot of us have heard the term of the stress response, and that's actually a subcategory in our parasympathetic nervous system. It's a response called the fight or flight or sympathetic nervous response. So your fight or flight is engaged when we are in a highly stressful situation. So I mean, think about when you're trying to avoid a car accident, or you are outrunning a bear in the woods, or you're cramming for a test the night before. So things that are stressful will kickstart our sympathetic nervous response, and that's going to start releasing the stress hormone called cortisol into our bodies. Now this is helpful when we're in those highly stressful events because cortisol will cause our pupils to dilate, and that's going to help us see more clearly in a stressful situation. It's also going to increase heart rate and respiration. That's going to send energy and oxygen to our muscles and to our brain so that we can think more clearly, more sharply. And it's also going to tense our muscles so that we can fight or, run for our lives from this stressor. So problems arise when we are not in an emergency situation. So things like bills, things like homeschooling, a noisy household, things like a leaky sink that we can't get to right away, stressors that aren't likely to go away anytime soon. Those things can cause problems because cortisol is continuously released into our body. And so when that much cortisol is being released into our body, things can happen like body-wide and system-wide inflammation, and that's going to cause things like pain and tension, muscle tension, neck aches, headaches, back aches, jaw problems, TMJ. Can also cause weight gain or sometimes weight loss. It can also cause what they call cognitive difficulties, which is like a foggy brain. It can cause high blood pressure, anxiety, depression. So the release of cortisol over such a long period of time can actually be detrimental to our health. And so what I'd like to do is explain to you how you can stop and then start reversing the effects of cortisol being released into your body so that you can start thinking more clearly, start relaxing, and then start dealing with life's problems in a more manageable and a more healthy way. So the quick answer to stopping and then reversing the effects of your sympathetic nervous response is to simply relax. And we all know how easy that is. It's not easy. After 10 years in the field, I still find it hard to relax. So I'm going to tell you a couple of tips that I use to jumpstart my what they call the parasympathetic nervous response. And that's the opposite of your sympathetic nervous response. It's your rest and digest nervous response. So it allows our body to relax. Your pupils will constrict, they'll relax, and your muscles will relax. Your respiration and your circulation, your heart rate will decrease. You'll feel more of an appetite. So your parasympathetic nervous response is responsible for helping you feel relaxed. So our parasympathetic nervous response, or your rest and digest response, is activated when you do things that are relaxing to you. So this could be things like eating, resting, sitting down, deep breathing. It could be human contact, so just speaking with a friend, giving a hug. Anything like that is going to stimulate your parasympathetics. And when you force your body to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous response, you are forcing your body to stop the sympathetic nervous response. You are forcing it to stop releasing cortisol, and you are beginning the relaxation process. And that's the key. You want to at least start the relaxation process, and it's going to stop you from feeling so stressful. It's going to stop you from making unhealthy decisions when dealing with stress, and it's going to make the bigger stresses more manageable, more easier to deal with. If you've never had a massage before, I would like to explain to you just exactly how beneficial the level of relaxation that you can achieve through a massage can be to your health and your life. So receiving a massage and being deeply relaxed can help you reset your nervous system so that you can deal with life's stressors in a better, easier, more healthy way. So if you are homeschooling, if you are working, if you are doing house chores, if you are in the middle of a highly stressful situation, there are things that you can do to jumpstart your parasympathetics in that moment that don't involve going out and getting a massage, or don't involve taking a bath, because we can't always do those things right away. Even though we may want to, you can't just fall asleep and take a nap while you have things to do. That's unrealistic. And so what you can do are other simple coping mechanisms, coping techniques that will stop the stress response in its tracks. And so I'm going to share some of those tips with you so that you can start using them in your life. And so the first thing that I like to do when I'm in a highly stressful situation is to just take a couple of really deep breaths. And not just any deep breaths, but like meaningful, purposeful deep breaths where you fill your lungs, you expand your rib cage, you move your shoulders back, and you breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth. So nice deep breath, hold it for a minute, and then out through your mouth. And again, that's going to instantly jumpstart your parasympathetic nervous response. It's going to start the relaxation process so that you can deal with life's stressful happenings immediately. So the next thing I like to do is to pay attention to how I'm physically feeling. And so I might be feeling thirsty, I might be feeling hungry, my back might be hurting, I might be shuffling around a sandy floor in my kitchen, which irks my soul, and so that's the next thing that I like to pay attention to. And so what I'll do is I will grab something to drink. I might want a tea, but maybe I don't have time to make a tea, so I'm gonna grab a cup of tap water, and that's okay. I might not have time to stretch my back out or to go see my chiropractor, so I'm just gonna sit and relax for 5 minutes and maybe stretch it out a little if I can, or grab an ibuprofen. If I'm hungry and the only thing available is a bag of chips because I haven't been grocery shopping yet, I'm going to eat the bag of chips. Anything that is immediately available to me that I know is going to jumpstart my parasympathetics, that's what I'm reaching for, and that's okay. In a moment of high stress, it's okay to reach for the things that are immediately available to you. So after those things are all taken care of and I feel a little bit physically better, then I'm going to sweep the floor. Then I have the energy and the ability to sweep the floor, get rid of that other stressor that's bothering me in the back of my head. And now I'm able to deal with homeschooling. I'm able to deal with the house chores. I'm able to go to work in a better mood. If you are just jump starting the parasympathetics, you're at least starting that relaxation process. It means that you are ending the sympathetic process, the sympathetic response. You are ending the release of cortisol into your body, and that's the key. That's the key to this process of relaxation is to end the release of cortisol into your body. So eventually, what you are looking to do is start incorporating lots of healthy coping techniques, lots of healthy coping mechanisms in one shot. And so what I like to do first thing in the morning is make a coffee, because I need that quick burst of energy to get my day going. I will drink my coffee. I will chug a protein shake for quick vitamins and minerals that are essential for rebuilding my body and also restoring the happy chemicals in my mind, in my brain. I will grab a banana to eat for quick carbs. And I will go outside, take a few deep breaths of the cool air. I will sip a peppermint tea to help reduce the inflammation and the pain in my back or wherever else I'm feeling. And just take a moment to yourself and start that relaxation process, and so the rest of your day can be a little bit easier to deal with. The rest of the stressors in your life are a little bit easier to manage when you start your day off with, in that manner. The harder you work at taking care of yourself, the easier it will be to cope with and manage life's big stresses. And that's what this is all about, is being able to deal with today's stresses, because they are very stressful. Everybody is feeling it. Everyone is going through the same thing. Everyone is having a hard time right now, and it's okay. We're not alone. We're all in this together. And so that's why I've chosen to reach out and try to teach people how to cope in a more healthy way, a more productive way. And to teach the people that you love the same things. That has been a really remarkable thing in my life, is teaching my husband and my kids how to relax, because some people don't know how. My oldest son benefits from an hour-long bath with bubbles and a bath bomb and all of his favorite toys, and he just loves to sit in a safe spot, a peaceful, quiet area where he can relax and be himself for an hour, and he's able to reset and recharge and be all the more better for it. My younger son benefits from cooking a meal with me, and he enjoys smelling the spices, and it helps him take nice deep breaths of the different herbs and spices that we use in cooking. He enjoys learning about all the different nutrients that are in the food, and he enjoys being able to put them into his body and telling me how it's going to benefit his eyesight or his heart. And my daughter really enjoys sitting in front of my makeup vanity and putting on makeup and doing her hair. And it's just a quiet, relaxing time where they can reset and recharge and be better able to manage the stresses in their life. And it has really made a difference. If you can implement these coping skills within yourself and then start teaching them to those around you, everyone will be better versed in the art of self-care. And it will be easier to implement them when things get really stressful. So when the bigger problems arise, you are just better equipped to handle these stresses when they come along. So I hope you find this video helpful. And if you have any questions, you are free to email me. I will make sure that I include my email address. And please get in touch with me. If I don't have the answers, I will certainly point you in the right direction. So thank you for listening. Have a safe, happy, and healthy day.